Hi, my name's Ken. I'm with Meteor Inkjet. In this video tutorial, I'll be talking about getting started with ColorLogic. What you'll see in this video will be a brief description of each product, Colorant and Copra. I'll also show you installing and licensing those products and give you a few tips on organizing your workspace to make things flow a little bit smoother. So a good place to get started might be to tell you what we do with these products. Colorant and Copra, we use them to create ICC profiles, and the basics of how we do that is we print charts, we measure those charts with a spectrophotometer, and then we use Copra to create the profiles. Colorant and Copra are frequently sold together as a package called Copra M. And in that package, you'll get Colorant, which is used to make the PDF charts for printing. It also gives you controls for the measurement device, usually an I1, so you can read those charts. And it also gives you a few other things that allow you to improve the quality of the profiles. The main purpose of the Copra package is to produce the ICC profiles. It also has a very valuable feature for reprofiling, and it can also be used to evaluate and compare profiles. Installation is very simple. Basically what you'll do is download the packages, install them, and get them licensed. In this example, what we're going to do is install Colorant and Copra. Here's the zip files. Basically what we'll do is unzip the file, open up the installer executable, run that. We're installing Colorant first. Just follow along with the guided prompts. After the installation, it'll give you the opportunity to launch the product, and then we're going to go in and show you how to license it. So there it is. Colorant comes up. Go under Help, Register, and here's where you're going to get the serial number. You'll email that to the support team. They'll email you back with the license file, and you'll click here, put the file in there, and then click Open, and you're all set to go. Installing Copra is very similar. Basically follow the same procedure. Unzip the installer package. That'll open up the installation executable. There it is right there. Copra installer. Follow the guide prompts. Once it's completed, similar to Colorant, you'll go in and under the Help menu go to Register, and that's where you'll find the product serial number, which we'll see here in just a minute. Copra's launching. Under Help, we go to Register, and there's the serial number. Email that in. You'll get the license key, which you can install right there. Now Copra and Colorant are ready to use. Before you begin making your first profile, I thought I'd give you a few tips on how to make things flow a bit smoother. And that involves some tips on organizing your workspace. And basically what it involves is using some folder structures and a few suggestions on a file naming scheme that'll help you keep track of things. Now let's go ahead and launch Colorant, and I'll show you a few things. So one of the first things you want to do is go in and under preferences, make sure you've got your measurement data set up correctly. Typically the i1 Pro is going to want status T. So the next thing we're going to do is go into the Colorant folder, and I like to use, I like to name a folder for each media that we're going to profile. For example, if we're going to profile this MacJet high gloss material, we'll make a folder with that name. And then that makes a nice place for us to keep all the files together for that particular media. So let's say we're going to do a profile. We'll go ahead and click Start there. And then what we're going to do is rename it and use the name of that media. So what we'll do is first we'll go find that folder. That'll be found in Documents, Colorant. That's where we put it there. Go ahead and select that. And then we'll add the name. So that was MacJet High Gloss, MacJet HG. That should do it. HG. Okay, good. Here we go. Now the next thing we normally would do is go ahead and export a chart. So we're going to make a PDF chart. Once we do that, it'll hold that name, and that's going to make the PDF file. And then when we go to measure it, just for the purpose of this demo, we'll use a quick virtual device to perform the measurement. That'll go by pretty fast. We can connect to it, double click on that upper left patch, and it'll just run right through them all. That'll give us a measurement file to work with so you can see an example of how we make use of that. There it is. That's done. Okay. So now let's see. We can shorten that name a little bit so it's a little easier to manage. We'll do that by going to Save As. And we want to leave the measurement on at the end so we know that that's a file with the measurements. Great. Okay. Now if we go in and take a look at that folder, what we're going to find is there's the PDF chart, there's the measured data, and the reference data. So that measured data is what you would pull into Copra. Once you've got that file in Copra, you can proceed with making your ICC profile.